Dear students, thanks for watching the previous video. In this video, we will discuss about climate change, food nutrition pathways, and mental health. Drought exposure. When there is drought exposure, there is a decrease in the food yields comes in the region. It reduces the livelihood of the people within then region, and it increases the food prices, and volatility in food prices also occur. Those households who were about to buy food and nutrition pathways go for their food buying, their purchasing power and the pattern of their purchasing power is reduced due to the droughts in the region, because there is no certain food available for the people within that region. And mostly when the food is prices increased, missing meals due to cost occurs. People, they usually are unable to buy much food and to eat nutritious food for their healthy body. So volume and nutrition quality of food consumed is reduced due to the drought exposure and due to the climate change. You have seen that climate change has played an important role in the recent few years. Most of the countries, they worked on climate change disasters, and they fulfilled the requirement for their environmental disasters, and they are still working on these climate change challenges. So the nutrition and the volume of the nutritional quality of the food is very much important for the region, especially in the poor areas. So when there is no availability of nutritious food available to the people, then there is a psychological distress occurs, mental distress occurs within that community, and the community is unable to, especially you would have seen many of the news that family or household head, they mostly go for the suicide because they are unable to feed their children. So for feeding the children and making food security problems to be solved in any region, it is important to tackle out all the challenges that people are facing in the droughts and effects for the food security. So sustainable agriculture can play an important role in any region for food security problems and for the challenges of food security. Starvation is also one of the main problems. If such calamity happens in a very widespread area or is stretched over a long time period, it may cause a situation of starvation, malnourishment, and hunger. So in 1943, Great Bengal famine occurred, where more than 3 million people in India died due to the Churchill's bad policies at that time, when it was under the rule of British governments. So one of them, my students, they also requested for the Great Bengal famine 1943. We will discuss it further in the next slide, where we will also discuss about the Churchill policies. Due to the policies of the Churchill at that time, Churchill was the British ruler at that time, and he was ruling the India, and 3 million people were died due to hunger at that time. Sustainable Development Goal also plays an important role in food security in any region. So we will also discuss in this videos or in these lectures about food security and sustainable development goals. So food security is actually goal number 2 for the sustainable development goals, and it is based on zero hunger. 169 countries together, they were working on sustainable development goals. Sustainable development is development that meet the needs of present without compromising the needs of future generation to meet their own needs. So all these countries, they were jointly agreed on some points that they will work for the sustainability of the region, and mostly those countries which are developed, they also need sustainable development goals, which are the climate change challenges or climate action, which is goal number 13, and life below water, life on earth, and peace, justice, and strong institutions were also based in these sustainable development goals, which were made for both developing and developed countries, and they need to work on it. So recently we have also targets for affordable and clean energy, and decent work and economic growth is also one of the important target for the developed countries as well. And developing countries where there is the problem of clean water and sanitation, and gender inequality, quality of education is also not available, and goodwill, health and well-being is also absent in some of the developing countries. So in order to improve all these goals, these institutions and these countries will jointly work together, and they need to have partnership for the goals, and which is based on goal number 17. So food security and sustainable development goals play an important role, and the food security challenges can be fulfilled through sustainable development goals. So end extreme poverty in all forms by 2030 is also the first goal, and it is based on the sustainable development goals. In 2000, the world committed to halving the number of people living in extreme poverty by the year 2015, and we met this goal. However, more than 800 million people around the world still live on less than So as more than 800 million people around the world, they live with extreme poverty below $1.25 a day, so which is equivalent to the population of the entire Europe. So to eradicate poverty from the region, it is important for 169 countries to work together and fulfill all their requirements. Next, end hunger, achieve food security and improved nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. So for the nutritional and healthy food, it is very much important for the countries to work together and promote agricultural development, which should be sustainable promotion of the agricultural development, and to ensure people by providing them sufficient food. That means doing things such as promoting sustainable agriculture and supporting small farmers. It's a tall order, but for the sake of nearly 1 out of every 9 people on earth who go to bed hungry every night, we have got to try. Imagine a world where everyone has access to sufficient nutritious food all year round. Together we can make that a reality by 2030. Next, we have to discuss about global poverty and food security challenges. Dear students, please subscribe this video, and give comments. Whatever is your comments, we will try to solve your problems. So being the students of development studies, you need to understand about different things or challenges that has been faced by people all around the world, not only in South Asia but in sub-Sahara African countries as well. So wish you all the best. Let's meet in the next video, inshallah.